morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Yung An Shen, and my advisor is Jun and I come from the National Zhenjiang University in Taiwan. And today I'm going to talk about the topic application of PPGIS in ecotourism development for local community. And my presentation outlines have 4 parts. First, I will simply introduce my research background or purpose. And next, I will tell about the methods and authors in this study. And I will show some results or pictures. And finally, I will make simple conclusions or discussions. The introduction. Because some communities in Taiwan still have variety of creatures and cultures, so we think a certain community has high potential of development for ecotourism. And the advantage of ecotourism is that can let people learn from different environments and natures. But if we attract more tourists, we think it's necessary to let people know what resources the community have. So, by using spatial information technology or GIS, we can collect data conveniently, and the geospatial data can be used for various applications. And finally, all the data can be displayed on the computers. And the objectives of my research are the following. First, we want to establish the database for the community resources in Google Earth or GIS. And then we want to create the community website. And most importantly, we hope the ecotourism can benefit the economic development of the community. And finally, we wish to build a PPGIS platform for decision making. And now I will simply introduce what is PPGIS. It's called Public Participation Geographic Information Systems. We think it doesn't belong to a system or software like GIS. We can think it's a framework or a theme or a concept. And in cover 2003, it's mentioned it was a branch of GIS study. The PPGIS emphasized the mostly is that all the information is open to the public. And the study area is Dane community. Dane is a rural community in Tainan City, which located is in southern Taiwan. And it is well known for a lot of agricultural products and unique environmental resources. And it also has many spectacular landscapes. And these pictures are the spectacular landscapes in Dane community. Some of these mountains have special terrain. And this is Tainan City, which located in southern Taiwan. And this is Dane community. It's inside the city. And now I will tell about the methods. First, we can do investigation and collect insightful data by walking or biking through the resources places. And after collecting data, we will establish the database in Google Earth or GIS for some analysis. And we will design dynamic web pages for local community. And finally, we have the training education for software or all of tools operations. The data collection includes 2 parts. One is GIS data, and it involves basic layers like locations of roads, rivers, or public facilities. And the other may be Dane digital maps or satellite images. And perhaps this data can be found on the internet. And the other one is field survey. We let people there use GPS tracking device to investigate and collect data, the resource coordinates, and at the same time take pictures or obtain photos by using digital cameras for fascinating things. And the white one is the GPS tracking device we use. The volume is small and it's convenient to carry. And the The second figure shows the local residents bring the GPS tracking device to investigate and collect coordinates. The third and fourth pictures indicate the investigator take pictures for some things or insects. After we collected data, we want to create the database and integrate with Google Earth. Google Earth is free software and it provides marking and editing points, lines, or polygons. And by these functions, we can establish database for biological resources and natural landscapes. And when we finish editing or dealing with all the data, they can be saved in KML or KMZ format to allow data sharing with all users. And the picture is the biological resources data collected in May to October 2010, which was investigated by the local residents. But if we want to do more analysis, we have to create the database in GIS. We mainly use ArcGIS version 9.3. And the database includes basic layers and features like roads, rivers, parks, or satellite image, even the DTM. And of course, if there are existing different data sources, we have to do georeferencing. And most importantly, the point light polygons data in GIS, they can be transformed to the Google Earth data. And this figure is the database in GIS. The shallow blue points data represents the biological resources which the local residents investigate. And the yellow and orange background is the DTM. And this figure shows putting the satellite images on the GIS interface. But for us, we can use ArcGIS. But for the community's users, we want to replace ArcGIS with QGIS due to economic constraints of the community and high cost of the software. And by this method, we can allow the users to manage the geographic data and produce maps. And what is QGIS? It's called Quantum GIS, and it was officially born in May of 2002. It's open source for geographic information system, and it can run on many operation systems like Unix, Linux, or Windows. And it also supports numerous vector database formats and functionalities. And most importantly, it supports multi-languages, including Chinese. So we think it's easy to use and learn for local residents. And the figure shows the database in the QGIS. And also the red points represent the biological resources which they investigate. And the other are the basic layers, such as rivers or roads. For designing web pages, the objective is that all users can share information on the website. We use tools Google Maps API, HTML, Django, and Apache. And by this method, we also want to enhance the database management for each user. And these tools, Django, Google Maps API, Apache, all of them are freeware or free service. And Django is a web framework for development of the website. We can use this and with program writing to do more applications. And Google Maps API provides users to embed a Google Maps service in one's own pages. And the last one, Apache, is an open source web server. It can help us to create our web server and let other users be able to connect our website. And this is the Google Maps API example in HTML. We can use Google Maps service in our web. And next step, we have the training education. In order to let more residents participate in the community development, so we need to teach local residents to operate the software and all tools. But there are not so many young residents in the community. So we have different levels for each user. One is simple work for elder participants, like using GPS tracking device or take pictures or record the biological resources. And the other highly technical work, like software or GIS operations for younger users, such as teachers, students, or young workers. And this is an example of the training education in the police station there. And the figures is that we teach the local residents learn to use QGIS and Google Earth, and the guy is me. And results. The first is use Google Earth to plan travel routes and simulate field views. We can use Picasa or other software to embed digital photos in the map. And by this method, the community users can show travel route to all users. And these are attractions in .NET community, and all point data was established in Google Earth. And the figure shows the simulate field views. We can do the play, and the screen will move to every side. And when the screen moves to one point, the photos related to the point will be displayed. And next result is to establish cheesy website for .NET community. And we think the website management system is necessary. And we will build the inquiry service for community resources. And on the other hand, users can upload KML, images, multimedia data on the website. And this is our website homepage. And this is the website management systems for the managers. And this figure shows the inquiry system in the website. After we enter the inquiry conditions, the inquiry results will show on the digital map. And the other website achievement is that can let users to upload their KML file or pictures. And by Google Maps API, we can show every user's KML data on the digital map. In conclusion, sometimes local residents or managers are unable to point out the accurate location of attractions from general maps. So, by using electronic maps, we can provide useful information to the tourists and residents of the community. And with inexpensive GPS tracking devices, each location of resources can be effectively recorded. And by using QGIS and Google Earth instead of ArcGIS, it can reduce the high cost of the software. Through the website, people are able to view a lot of dynamic information and share with each other. And finally, we wish to accomplish the more complete PPGIS platform. And thanks for your listening.
Any of you is attracted to this scenic spot or question? Any suggestion? Okay.
Just a suggestion that if you are interested in making this information available to tourists, like me, you better have some English language translation. Because I think, you know, it would be very difficult for me to figure out what was going on there.
Thanks for your comments.
Okay. Any more? Okay, thank you very much.